कुंज बिहारी जय राधम जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरवरधाम यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशो यमुना तेरा वनचारी यमुना तेरा वनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय तत्व जय पंचतत्व जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जब विश्वपाद परमहंस परिकाचार्य āśrutya श्रीमद एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन विविधि भांजाचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जब विश्वपाद परमहंस परिकाचार्य āśrutya श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जी गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ सट गोस्वामी प्रभुवन की प्रेम से कहिए जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की मायापुर नवदीप धाम की ब्रजभूमि मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माँ यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to some devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to some devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to some devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories, Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So let's first recite the prayers for the blessings. Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamlam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Savadhutam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Panchatattvatukam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakam Namami Bhakta Saktikam Nityanandam Aham Nami Sarvananda Karam Param Harinamam Pradam Devam Avaduta Shiromani Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratse Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritam Naran Shaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike Magam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayatim Giri Yat Kripatam Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hariom Tatsat Namo Vishwata Bhuta Shvata Chavata Samutram Namacharvatana Hare Krishna. So today we are going to read first canto, 19th chapter, verse 22 and 23. So 23 is on the board. I'll just recite the 22 verse and read translation, and then together we can recite 23rd verse. āśrutya tad ṛṣi-gaṇa-vacaḥ parīkṣit samam madhu-cyud guru cāvyalīkam ābhāṣatainān abhinandya yuktān śuśrūṣamāṇaś caritāni viṣṇoḥ. All that was spoken by the great sages was very sweet to hear, full of meanings and appropriately presented as perfectly true. So after hearing them, Mahārāja Parīkṣit, desiring to hear of the activities of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the Personality of Godhead, congratulated the great sages. Now the 23rd verse is on the board. We can recite together. Samāgata sarvata eva sarve वेदा यथा मूर्तिधरास्त्रिपृष्ठे नेहात् च कश्चनार्थः ऋते प्राणुग्रहम् आत्मशीलम् समागता सर्वत एव सर्वे वेदा यथा मूर्तिधरास्त्रिपृष्ठे नेहात् नामुत्र च कश्चनार्थः रीते परानुग्रह आत्मशीलम् समागत सर्वत एव सर्वे वेदा यथा मूर्तिधरास्त्रिपृष्ठे नेहात् नामुत्र च कश्चनार्थः रीते परानुग्रहमात्मशीलम् Somebody like to recite? Samagata sarva eva sarve Vaishnavis Samagata Ite paranugraham atmaselam Vaishnavis Samagata sarvata eva sarve Veda yatha murti dharasti prishte Okay, so word to word meaning. Samagata, assembled. Sarvata, from all directions. Eva, certainly. Sarve, all of you. Veda, supreme knowledge. Yatha, as. Murti dhara, personified. Tripristhe, on the planet of Brahma, which is situated above the three planetary systems, namely the upper, intermediate and lower worlds. Na, not. Iha, in this world. Atha, thereafter. Na, nor. Amutra, in the other world. Cha, also. Kaschan, any other. Artha, interest. Rite, save and accept. Para, others. Anugraham, doing good to. Atmaseelam, own nature. So now translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The king said, O great sages, you have all very kindly assembled here, having come from all parts of the universe. You are all as good as supreme knowledge personified. who resides in the planet above the three worlds, Satyaloka. Consequently, you are naturally inclined to do good to others, and but for this you have no interest, either in this life or in the next. Purport: 6 kinds of opulences, namely wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge and renunciation, are all originally the different attributes pertaining to the absolute personality of Godhead. The living being, who are part and parcel entities of the Supreme Being, have all these attributes partially up to the full strength of 78%. In the material world, these attributes up to 78% of the Lord's attributes are covered by the material energy as the sun is covered by a cloud. The covered strength of the sun is very dim compared to the original glare, and similarly the original color of the living being with such attributes become almost extinct. There are 3 planetary systems, namely the lower world, the intermediate world, and the upper world. The human being on the earth are situated on the beginning of the intermediate world, but living beings like Brahma and his contemporaries live in the upper world, of which the topmost is Satyaloka. In Satyaloka, the inhabitants are fully cognizant of Vedic wisdom, and thus the mystic cloud of material energy is cleared. Therefore, they are known as the Vedas personified. Such persons, being fully aware of knowledge both mundane and transcendental, have no interest in either the mundane or transcendental world. They are practically desireless devotees. In the mundane world, they have nothing to achieve, and in the transcendental world, they are full in themselves. Then why do they come to the mundane world? They descend on different planets as Masiha by the order of the Lord to deliver the fallen soul. On the earth, they come down and do good to the people of the world in different circumstances. Under different climatic influences, they have nothing to do in this world save and except reclaim the fallen souls rotting in material existence, deluded by material energy. So before saying anything, I seek blessing from all the devotees so that I can present this something on this particular verse as coming down to the Guru Parampara. Hare Krishna. So here as the 22 verse when we are reading, in the translation it says that all that was spoken by the great sages was very sweet to hear. So just let go back and see what the sages they said about. So starting from the 20th verse, here he is saying, the chief of all the saintly king of the Pandu dynasty, who are strictly in the line of Śrī Kṛṣṇa, it is not at all astonishing that you give up your throne, which is decorated with the helmet of many kings, to achieve eternal association with the personality of Godhead. Then again the 21st verse, we shall all wait here until the foremost devotee of the Lord Mahārāja Parīkṣit returns to the supreme planet, which is completely free from all mundane contamination and all kinds of lamentation. So from here we are able to see what a perfect combination. Why perfect combination? Because in the beginning of this chapter, if we continue reading, then we will find that on the 7th verse, Mahārāja Parīkṣit is doing a sankalpa. That yes, what sankalpa? That I will fast until death, till I reach Golok Vrindavan. So he took the first sankalpa, and then moving ahead, as soon as the rishis came, he disclosed that one. With a folded hand, he told the rishis that yes, I am doing fasting till the time I go back to Godhead. Then it continues, then again he is requesting all the rishis in the 15th verse that yes, please say the glories of Lord Vishnu, the activities of Lord Vishnu. So this was one of the sankalpa which he took and he said to the rishis. And now here we are seeing all the rishis. They are saying that we shall all wait. They are also taking a sankalpa that we all also will wait till how long? That till the time Parīkṣit Maharaj go back to Godhead. So very unique and perfect combination of going back to Godhead. That a disciple wants to go back to Godhead, and in another way can say spiritual master is also ready to take him back to Godhead. So both are very determined and very serious in their Krishna consciousness. But if we see in today's scenario, the scenario is little different. As in Prabhupada's lecture and many conversation also he said that one lady is there, she is requesting to her husband that please chant, chant, chant. And the husband is saying can't, can't, can't. So this is the particular perfect example, this material world, that people they don't want to go back to Godhead. So how they all will go back to Godhead? So many questions are coming. So why this situation particularly is happening? So here as we know that in this material world, all the people they are in ignorance. So there is no doubt that okay, we are having full knowledge, because if we have knowledge, we will always aspire that yes, how I can go back to Godhead. It's quite natural. But the people in this material world, they are not inclined because they are in ignorance. So among these ignorant people, we see there are two types. One is that those who are fully ignorant, they are not having any idea that they have to go back to Godhead. Many times before coming to Krishna consciousness, many devotees and others, they are not having concept that okay, they have to go back to Godhead. We know only about hell, heaven. This is all. So if I don't have an idea that yes, the spiritual world exists, I have to go back to there, how to go back, that also I don't have an idea. That what rules and regulation I have to follow so that I can reach back to Godhead. So this is the particular ignorance that in that we are. Then among that, Prabhupada gives further explanation which comes in Bhagavad Gita, 70th chapter, 2nd verse, purport. In the beginning, Prabhupada writes that among these ignorant people, some of them, they come to some kind of knowledge that yes, I have to follow some rules and regulations, then I have to go back to God. But still they are not following it. Why they are not following it? Prabhupada is saying, because of the laziness and indolence. So among these ignorant people, we saw that okay, these are the two categories of people are existing, and how they all will go back to Godhead. Prabhupada gives further answer to that in that same purport. He says that when they are coming in the perfect or bona fide spiritual master, when they are coming in the contact with bona fide spiritual master, and they follow his rules and scriptures. Prabhupada writes his rules. What is its rules or his rule? Because he may give sometimes different doses. Like as a perfect doctor, he knows what is the disease of that particular person. That's why we purchase any medicine, it is written as directed by physician or medical practitioner. So that's why it is written rule. Because in the beginning, if somebody comes and if I say, okay, you have to follow 4 principles, chant 16 rounds, and these many books, Hari Bhakti Vilas and so many things, he will become mad. I have to do these all things? Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, I am going back. So he will bluntly say that, okay, I am going back, not to Godhead, going back to my material life. So yes, that's why it is said that his rule, because he knows that, okay, gradually he may say that, okay, you chant 2 rounds, okay, gradually you leave your all, whatever non-veg and other things you are taking. So gradually he is uplifting to that person, and then when he is following his rules according the prescribed by the bona fide spiritual master. That's why we should not misunderstand that, oh, he is not bona fide, he is not saying to chant 16 rounds. No, he is seeing that what is the condition of this conditioned soul, how to uplift him. So this is one of the particular situations that how all these ignorant people, they all can go back to Godhead. So there are many questions comes, okay, why these great souls are coming, why these all things are happening. Here when we are going further in this purport, here he is saying, Parīkṣit Maharaj was totally detached. Parīkṣit Maharaj was totally detached. And the sages are also recognizing that one. In the 20th verse, the sages are saying, O chief of the saintly kings of the Pandu dynasty, who are strictly in the line of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa. So it is not at all astonishing that you give up your throne, which is decorated with the helmet of many kings, to achieve eternal association with the personality of Godhead. It's very easy for them because they are already detached. They are just setting an example for us that yes, how I can be also detached. It's not only in the Krishna Leela, in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela also we see how Rup Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami and all the Goswamis and other Ramanand Rai, whatever all the states if we see, they left all the material opulences, the post, position, whatever they had, just to have the association of the Lord. Very nicely explained in the Sad Goswami Ashtakam, Tvekta Turnam Ashesha Mandalpati Srenim Sada Tuchhavat. They kicked out all these opulences, all the post and position like insignificant. Why? Further explanation is there that yes, Lokanam Hitkari, so that yes, they are ready to leave all these things only for the association of Lord, and then going further ahead for the welfare of all the human beings. So these all sages, they are able to recognize that yes, he is coming in the line of, strictly in the line of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa. So as the sages are recognizing the position of Parīkṣit Maharaj, immediately how? Because of his activities, that yes, he is following the same lineage, and then he must be coming. Anyway, these all they are realized souls, they know all these things. But still in our case also, as soon as somebody sees in the outer world, by our activities, they are able to easily recognize that yes, are you from ISKCON? So it's really very good for us that yes, how we are also setting an example, so that by seeing all these things, outside people, they can understand that yes, we are also Rupanugas. But very high price we have to pay. Very high, because here we are able to see how they left everything. All the Goswamis, everyone, they left everything. So as we are seeing these all examples, and it is all for the people in general, so that they can take advantage, they can understand what it means to be a Rupanuga, or the true follower of Srila Prabhupada. So in Srimad Bhagavatam and other places, so many examples are there that how these all great personalities, they are ready to sacrifice each and every of their life for the welfare of all human beings. One very good example is there. It comes in sixth canto, the 10th chapter, where Lord Indra is going to Dadichi, and he is requesting, please give me your bones. So the deity, he is self-realized, he is knowing that what purpose, why he came. But he wanted to hear some of the glories from Supreme Personality Godhead and about Krishna consciousness. So he asked a question to him, that are you knowing what is the meaning of death, what happens at the time of death, and you are asking me practically to die. Because how I am going to give you bones until I die? Then further he is explaining that, yes, see, there are two aspects. One is that the beggar who is coming and begging to that personality. If the beggar knows the difficulty of the giver, he will never ask. Similarly, the another instance, that if the giver knows what is the difficulty of this beggar, he will never hesitate to give. So very uniquely Prabhupada is explaining that, yes, what should be the mood. That's why these all sages, as here it is explained, they all are in the Satyaloka. They are in the Satyaloka. They are able to see that how these all people are suffering in this material world. So that's why they are coming down and doing good to others. So Prabhupada gives very nice elaborate purport on this particular verse. I'll just read some of the points. Prabhupada is saying, this verse describes two people, one who gives charity and who begs for it. A beggar should not ask charity from a person who is in difficulty. Similarly, one who is able to give charity should not deny a beggar. These are the moral instruction of the Shastra. Chanak Pandit says, Sannimitte varam tyago vinishe niyat sati. Everything within this material world will be destroyed, and therefore one should use everything for good purpose. If one is advanced in knowledge, he must always be prepared to sacrifice anything for a better cause. At the present moment, the entire world is in dangerous position, under the spell of godless civilization. The Krishna conscious movement needs many exalted learned persons who will sacrifice their life to revive God consciousness throughout the world. We therefore invite all men and women advanced in knowledge to join the Krishna conscious movement and sacrifice their lives for the great cause of reviving the God consciousness of human society. So Prabhupada is explaining and requesting also that how those who are learned people, they should come and sacrifice their life for welfare of the common people. Because when we are in the knowledge, we can give them. But when somebody is not in the knowledge, he is totally ignorance. That's what we see in this material world. You ask someone, although he is in hospital also, you ask, how are you? Fine. If you are fine, then why you are in the hospital? At least in the hospital, we are able to recognize it, that he is suffering, that's why he is in the hospital. And this material world is already hospital. Dukhalayam asasatam. We are suffering, struggling, but still we are not able to recognize it. And we are feeling, oh, such nice sense gratification items are there. Oh, let me go and have some sense gratification. That's all. The people are forgetting that. That's what when we are reading, and so much awe and reverence, the respect comes towards the preacher of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because in the previous age we saw that there were so many perfect combinations were there. When disciple is ready to go back to Godhead, and spiritual master is also ready for that. That okay, I'll take you back to Godhead. But in this material world, people are too ignorant. They don't want to go back to Godhead. So how much struggle we have to do? We have to first make him understand that yes, you are not this body first. That you are not this body. Okay, if you are not this body, so this understanding only takes maybe years. I may be saying these all things and you may feel, oh, are you self-realized? But definitely I am not. But Prabhupada is self-realized and I am just saying from the purpose and other. So I'm just giving the message. I'm just a postman. Okay. So that's what we are seeing, that yes, how difficult it is. And that's what when we are seeing the preachers, we should be paying obeisances to them, definitely, because they are doing so much for the fulfilling the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because this is the Lord's desire, the innermost desire, that yes, these all living entities can come back to Godhead. That's what he said, these all sages are coming by the will of Supreme Lord. Otherwise it was not possible that within a short time these all great personalities will assemble there, and that too also just after the curse. So this was the will of the Lord, that yes, Lord came for the common mass of people, so that they can take advantage of Srimad Bhagavatam and go back to Godhead. And here we are seeing that how all the sages are very happy by seeing this act, that how he is advancing more in Krishna consciousness, that Parīkṣit Maharaj took the decision to do fasting and constantly hearing. Twice we are able to see that, as in the 15th verse also he is requesting that please glorify the activities of Lord Vishnu. And then again in the 22 verse, 20 verse he is saying, yes. 21 he is saying, yes, please glorify. So we are able to see that how these all personalities, they are, Parīkṣit Maharaj especially, he is more interested about hearing about Krishna Katha. As in yesterday's class, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj very nicely explained that what should be the culture, that you hear, develop the taste for hearing, and then again what you do after hearing? Do devotional service. So very nicely explained that yes, how we should also develop this culture. But it is not possible for this kind of people, because as he was explaining that these all were Sabhya people. The assembly was for the cultured people. That's why they all came to listen Srimad Bhagavatam. But what about the uncultured people? Because in Kali Yuga, many of them, they are not having that Sukriti. So that's why Prabhupada is stressing so much that okay, you distribute books, because Prabhupada has given this all mercy. That's what in the beginning days when some of the disciples, they asked about that what was our Sukriti. Because to start our Krishna consciousness, we required some kind of Sukriti. So Prabhupada is saying, I have created your Sukriti. I have created. So Prabhupada has given all his Sukriti, benefit, everything in his books. So now if we give this book to anyone in this material world, they are also getting the Sukriti. They are also becoming eligible to perform devotional service, to understand the Krishna consciousness. So it becomes very important that yes, how Prabhupada is requesting in this particular verse that yes, you sacrifice your life and make others Krishna consciousness. So it is our request of the previous acharyas that yes, we should do it. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already said, the Bharat Bhumi to hilo janmajar, janma sarthak koro pariupkar. So we are able to see that yes, the Lord also want, the previous acharyas also want. If we take this one, then although if we don't have any qualities, any qualification, but still because of their mercy we will advance. These all devotees are very advanced. In particularly in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, we are seeing Ramanand Rai. He is doing some special favor for King Prataparudra. Why he is doing? Because he is seeing that yes, King Prataparudra is already a pure devotee, a great devotee of Lord Jagannath. But still he has a desire, he wants to advance, he wants to do some service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wants to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when the spiritual master or any saintly devotee, when he sees that yes, some particular soul is trying to advance, he may not be perfect. But here I am just giving the example of a perfect devotee, because in Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita all are perfect devotees. But in my case I am just giving that when some devotees are seeing that okay, he is trying to advance, he is trying to go up in his Krishna consciousness, naturally they are praying to the Lord that yes, Radha Madhav, please help him so that he can advance. So when this self-realized soul or the spiritual master, he is seeing that yes, my disciples are advancing, he is practicing the Krishna consciousness nicely, they are praying to the Lord. How they are praying? They are praying to the Lord that this devotee is doing such a nice service. He is doing preaching there, he has done so much book distribution. That's was a very nice culture here in the street of Mayapur, that we are able to see every day we are announcing the books course. That yes, these all devotees are so nicely doing preaching. Why? So that Lord can shower His unlimited mercy. Similarly here in the Ramanand Rai, when we are seeing Ramanand Rai, we know Vishaka, pure devotee, Arjun, and so many things. But still, Ramanand Rai is singing the glories of King Prataparudra. That how nice he is a particular devotee. He is engaged in the service of Lord Jagannath. He has made arrangement for all the devotees, those who came for Jagannath Rath Yatra. So he is glorifying, another way we can say, what services he is doing for the devotees and for the Lord. And what happened just after hearing the activities and the devotional service of King Prataparudra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart softens. Ramanand Rai understood that yes, now Lord is ready, but he is not showing externally. Then again, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and other, they are giving a chance to King Prataparudra that how he can get more mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he says that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will dance in front of Lord Jagannath, and maybe in between he will go for taking some rest, that time you can come. But how you have to come? In a normal devotee, not a very king, another. So he said okay, and then what you have to do? See, the devotees are only giving all the solution, that how you will advance. So similarly here also we are seeing that yes, in our life also we can see how when the devotees they see that yes, he is particularly advancing more in Krishna consciousness. Okay, you do this service. Okay, you have done this service. Okay, you read books. And that's what, again and again, many speakers, they are encouraging, Guru Maharaj is also encouraging that okay, you do Bhakti Shastri, you do Bhakti Vaibhav. He is encouraging, giving a chance that how we can take association of Srila Prabhupada and we can know more and we can serve more. That's only their purpose. So they are giving the chance to all the jivas that how they can advance in their Krishna consciousness. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard the Gopi Geet from Prataparudra, he said that what is the fortunate moment today, I got Krishna Prem. You gave me Krishna Prem. But I am such a beggar that I don't have anything. So I don't have anything, I am just giving a hug. That's all. And why this? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although he said that I will not meet King Prataparudra, but he gave Krishna Prem to him. All the Sattvic Vikas started coming. So very nice description, and that's what we see, that yes, how we can also advance and get the mercy of all the devotees. The more we are engaged nicely in Krishna consciousness and following the Vaishnava etiquettes, they are becoming pleased and praying to Lord that yes, this particular devotee is very nice, he is trying to advance, he is doing some services. So these sages are really true friend for all of us, because they know that yes, we are suffering. Because in this material world also we are going to ask someone, but we don't know that how he is also suffering and struggling. Yes, definitely devotees, whatever they are taking, he is engaging those all things in the service of Lord Krishna. So in another way it's good, but still a self-realized person, they are going for the common mass of people. And they know that yes, I have this body. In this body, Lord wants something from us. Anyway, this body is going to die. This body already dead, just alive for some time. Till the time the soul is present in this world, in this body. So why not do some service for the pleasure of Supreme Personality Godhead? That's what Dadhichi, when he came to know that yes, Lord said to Indra that okay, you go to Dadhichi and get the bones. He was aware that yes, Lord Krishna wanted it, and anyway I have to leave this body. So use it for the service of Lord Krishna. So Krishna conscious devotees or these particular sages are also, they are knowing that yes, Lord Krishna wanted this one. So why not go and preach? Because in this material world the situation is not good. As we know, when Nityananda Prabhu came, they were preaching to Jagai Madai and they were beating him only. So situation is not good, but still only for the pleasure of Lord they are coming and preaching. All the great sages, if we see to the line, all the Guru Parampara, how they struggle, how they establish Krishna consciousness. So this is giving an boost up for us that yes, we can also do some service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as he requested us to preach and to make our life successful. So very nicely elaborated in the 4th canto about this kind of sages, what they does. So I'll just read some of that. In the 4th canto, 22 chapter, Prithu Maharaj meeting with 4 Kumaras. Yesterday I just heard the lecture from His Holiness, so got again impetus to read this section. He is saying, the Supreme Personality Godhead is always anxious to elevate the living entity who are His part and parcel, and for their special benefit the Lord travels all over the world in the form of self-realized person like you. So Prithu Maharaj is giving explanation that yes, why they are traveling. The Lord is personified, Lord is traveling in the form of these great personalities. Because why Lord is doing? Because Lord is always anxious, not for some time, always anxious to elevate the living entity who are His part and parcel, and for their special benefit. We don't want to go, but still Lord is ready. Okay, please come. He is sending His devotees. Go and bring him. He doesn't want to come. Okay, go again. Go again. Till the time he comes back to Godhead. So very, I'll say that their sacrifice, that they are coming again and again. If somebody is hurting us, we don't go to that particular person. But the sages, how humble they are. That for the pleasure of Lord, they are coming again and again. Because Lord is anxious. So this is one of the qualities, these are the sages, that how they are doing the welfare activities. The great sage Maitreya continued, the Sanat Kumar, the best of the celibate, after hearing the speech of Prithu Maharaj, which was meaningful, appropriate, full of precious words and very sweet to hear, smiled with full satisfaction and began to speak as follows. Here also it is said, sweet to hear. And in this particular word also we are seeing sweet to hear. Because when it is for the welfare of all the living entities, it's really good. And then particularly the Lord wanted. And what they will speak? They will speak about Krishna Katha. Katha Ganam. In the Brahma Samhita it is explained, in the spiritual world, all the talks are like songs. If we don't have experience, but at least these all the songs which we recite, Damodar Ashtakam, so many Ashtakam I forgot. So many Ashtakams are there. They are so sweet to hear because it is glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So deep, the more we hear, the more we are becoming attached. And this is the culture as culture we have to develop as Dadichi, he is explaining, and here also it is explained that how we should be particularly immersed ourselves in the hearing of Krishna Katha. And particularly the yesterday's verse which Maharaj said, he is saying, the devotee should gradually increase the culture of devotional service by constant hearing of the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality Godhead. These pastimes are like ornamental decoration on the ears of devotee. So these ornaments, we should acquire it, yes. We see Sadhu Bhushan, all the good qualities of devotee, and this particular that hearing about the Lord. So these all qualities we should acquire, and all the sages are knowing that what is the benefit of this. When they take advantage of all this, they will go back to Godhead. So I'll just summarize here what we discussed in today's class. So in today's class we saw that the perfect combination where disciple has taken a sankalpa, the guru or the sages are also taking the sankalpa to take him back to Godhead. And these all great souls are coming into this material world to elevate, because in the ignorant part they don't know what to do. First two type of devotee means particular person, one is fully ignorant, another is in ignorance. How they will get elevated? When they will take association of the bona fide spiritual master. And why these all particular devotees are coming? To elevate, to reclaim, because Lord is anxious. The Lord is anxious. That's what they are coming. And how the mercy is flowing towards us when these great personalities are seeing that yes, we are engaged in the service of Lord. They pray to Lord. They explain that okay, how we are engaged in the service, so that Lord's mercy can come towards us and we can advance more. So I'll stop here. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any comments or question we can take. Hare Krishna. So 1 and 2.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Thank you for your nice class. Prabhuji, in the purport, there is one line, it is mentioned that the living beings who are part and parcel entities of the Supreme Being have all these attributes partially up to the full strength of 78%. So 78% comes, we know that out of 64 total qualities, 50 can be acquired by Jeev Tattva. So 50 out of 64 comes 78%. My query is that Brahmaji also fall in this category, that 78%, my first query. And second query is that Vishnu Bhagavan, so he falls in which category? Out of 64, 60 or 55? Because Sivji falls under 55, Ramchandra falls under 60 out of 64.
As you heard, little bit correction to that. The Jivas can have maximum 50. Kitna? How many? 50. Is it correct?
50.
50.
Yes.
Then
78%.
yeah, 78%. So it's percentage. Here it is written percentage, and that is the 64 qualities. You know, the kalas. That is in full. So in that, if we categorize, then it comes. So till Brahmaji is like 50, but Brahmaji is having in the full. Brahmaji is having in the full. So when it is saying about the 78% or something, so 70%, 8 is for the highest personality, for the jiva in this material world. We may have 1%, we may have 0.001%. It may go up to 78, that's all. But other like Shivji is having 55 qualities. So you can again, do the conversion and find how much. And then when it comes to Vishnu Tattva, it comes to 60, but for the Krishna, it comes 64 full qualities.
So Vishnu Bhagavan comes under 60 out of
Yes.
64.
The
And
Vishnu
Shivji
Tattvas come 60. And
60.
Lord Krishna is having 4 more qualities.
Yes, qualities.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
My question was that you are telling that different sages, they actually belong to Satya Loka, and whenever they come for, they come as Messiah, as Srila Prabhupada says. But we are like, we can say that we are not coming from Satya Loka. We are of this Bhuloka, eternally maybe. So, it would be like imitating them, to come out from like our comfort zone for others, lokanam hitakarino, like how to do it, like how we can do that. Can you please elaborate something upon that?
If I have understood your question, then you are saying that these all sages are coming as a Messiah and doing the preaching. But for us, what is that? Are we not imitating like that? Is this your question?
Yes, bro. If we like to try to do that, then like it's not in our like range. Like we don't have that much aptitude to do that. It's not. We don't have so much sukriti. No. So how to do that?
Yes. Srila Prabhupada gives a very nice example to that. That a perfect medical practitioner, a doctor is that he's a perfect, he knows everything. But those who are medical practitioner, who just gone to doing his MBBS or something, he's not expert. He just took admission there. But sometimes doctor is giving for the operation to that particular person, but he's supervising the thing. So although he does the operation, he does perfectly. Why? Because he is doing under supervision of someone. So we are also not expert. We are also not pure devotee. Some of you are there. I am not pure devotee. So for a neophyte like me, I just took admission in this Krishna consciousness and the preaching. That's what all the previous acharya, even the Prabhupada, he was always requesting, what is your report? Guru Maharaj is also requesting, what is your report? When you do preaching, you send the report. What happened? So we have to report all the situation. Okay, preaching happened, not happened, whatever it may be. We have to report it to them. And they will understand, okay, these all things are there. Then he will give us guidance, that is how we should go further. So in under his supervision, if we are doing, then although we are not qualified, but we are trying to do that. That's what my understanding. If any senior devotees, Achin Chetan Prabhu and other want to say something.
Thank you very much for such a nice class. This Lord Chaitanya's movement is meant for all living entities, right? So we have a tendency to think, okay,
No, it's not coming. Can you speak a little louder?
So we have a tendency to think, okay, it's only in relationship with ISKCON and whoever ISKCON comes in contact with. But you'll be very happy to hear that actually this is much, much wider in a global sense, that people are speaking that great personalities are coming or are here from all various planets in the universe, not just one universe, other places also. And incidentally, this week, 24th to the 30th, is a very, very, very critical time, and amazingly we are having a Holy Week name at the same time. Not only that, but I have some news of how in Brazil 1 million people got together to pray just this recently. So there are people out there, they're calling it ascension, calling it coming to the 5th dimension, which is nothing but raising the consciousness of humanity. So this is at a much, much wider scale. That's what I want to impress upon this audience today. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the nice comment. Srila Prabhupada always says, develop your consciousness in which sense? To serve the Lord, for the attachment. If they are developing, that's good. That's what Prabhupada always says. Can someone go back to Godhead if they follow the other path? If they can genuinely develop their love for God, they will go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.